Okay, so now that we are able to correctly get our information into the right cells from our last project, the numbers project, we're going to now use Excel to do a little work for us and save us a little bit of time. So we're going to go to A6 right here. We're going to type in 8 o'clock. Okay, so we're going to type in 8, and then the dot is called a colon, and that key is right next to the L on your keyboard, and you have to hold down shift and then push that key next to the L in order to get the dot. If you don't hold down the shift, you get dot comma, and that is a semicolon, not a colon. So you hold down shift and push the button next to L to get the colon, which is dot, and then 00. It's important to get 00 and not the letter O, okay? And then we're going to come down to A7 and type in 8 colon 10. Go down to A8 and type in 8 colon 20. And let's do one more. 8 colon 30. Now we have 8 o'clock, 8:10, 8:20, and 8:30. So we have, obviously, we're getting 10 minutes later. We're going to in intervals of 10 minutes. Now we want to have Excel fill out the rest of this time schedule for us all the way down to row 24. And how we do that is we're going to select the pattern that we have established. So we're going to click and hold in 8 o'clock and drag down through the rest of the pattern. So now by selecting that pattern, we're showing Excel all 4 pieces of information. Excel only sees what is selected. So now Excel sees 8 o'clock, 8:10, 8:20, and 8:30, and because it sees all 4 pieces of information, Excel knows that the next one will be 10 minutes later because it can see that pattern. With it selected, with all of the pieces of information selected, we're going to go down to the bottom right hand corner, and right at the corner of the bottom border and the right border, there's a little tiny box. It's the fill box. We're going to grab a hold of that fill box. We're going to click and hold, and we're going to pull the pattern down, or we're going to fill the pattern down to row 24 and let go. And there you can see it added 8:40, 8:50, 9 o'clock, all the way down here to 11 o'clock. And it would actually continue the pattern. If we select the pattern again, it would continue the pattern if we continued to pull it further. Okay, so I'm going to show you that one more time. We're going to select the pattern, and this is the part that people forget to do. We're going to click and hold and select the pattern and then let go. You're showing Excel the pattern. Then we're going to grab the fill handle and pull it down. Your instructions say pull it down to row 24. Okay, now if you forget to select the pattern, and let's say you only have 8 o'clock selected, that's all Excel sees. It doesn't see a pattern. It doesn't see 8:10, 8:20, and 8:30. It only sees 8 o'clock. So if I have 8 o'clock selected and I pull the fill handle down, it's just going to guess what it thinks we should do. It's going to say, all right, well, maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Because I really only showed it 8 o'clock because it couldn't see anything that was not selected. It didn't see this pattern of every 10 minutes. So you have to show it the pattern and let go. Then grab the fill handle and pull down, and there you go. All right, going to go over to C6 and type in the abbreviation for January, the abbreviation for February, abbreviation for March. Okay, I'm going to select the pattern, let go, and we're going to pull it down to row 17, and it filled in the rest of the month's abbreviations. Now with that one, it may have guessed if you had forgotten to select the pattern because it was January, February, and that's pretty distinct. Excel probably would have even guessed that one right, but it's lots better to get in the habit of select that pattern and then let Excel fill in the rest. We're going to type in E6, sun for Sunday, mun for Monday, TUE for Tuesday. We're going to select the pattern, show it. Okay, we're doing abbreviations of the days of the week. And then let's pull this down. Your instructions say to 19. Okay, and there you can see it went through the abbreviations for a week and then started over again because I pulled it down that far. All right. Now, it will also do patterns that are not well known, like the months or like the days of the week. If you weekly you help out around the house and you take out the trash and you mow the yard and you do the dishes, and then next week you do the same three things, if you select a pattern and then pull this down, it will repeat that pattern. Trash, mow, dishes, trash, mow, dishes, trash, mow, dishes. So it will repeat the pattern that you show it and ask it to repeat. One cool feature, you can click and you can repeat colors as well. This is just kind of fun. Yellow, orange, red, maybe blue, and then select that pattern and we can pull it down and it will repeat that pattern for us. Okay, so that's kind of just a fun thing to do as well. All right, we're going to need to know one more thing here. We're going to type in some amounts: 4, 5, 16, 9, and 1. And we want those to actually be dollar amounts: $4, $5, $16. But I don't really want to go back and retype it all and add dollar signs and decimal points and zeros. We can have Excel format that for us. So once again, you select what you want Excel to change. You have to say, hey, Excel, this is the stuff right here that I want you to change. You select it, and then we're going to format. So go up here to Format and click on Cells. And when you do that, you get a number of choices of tabs across the top. You get number, you get alignment, font, border, patterns, protection. We're going to go back to number, and we want these amounts to be dollar signs, so that is known as currency. Okay, click on currency and click OK, and you notice that now they represent dollar amounts. It added dollar signs, decimal points, and zeros. So it saved us a lot of time. It saved us typing $5 signs, 5 decimal points, and 10 zeros. Okay, so the key to repeating patterns and lists is to establish the pattern, and then here's the part that people forget: show Excel that pattern before you pull the fill handle. All right, your instructions say next to please type in your first and last name and save this. Save as. Save it in your documents as your last name and the word lists. Click on Save. And then please also save it in the drop drive so that you can get credit for this assignment.